Hey, Bobby here with another episode of the Bobby Experience. I want to make this quick video to talk about some upcoming MMA fights that I'd like to occur in this next year of 2021. One of them being Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou 2. Now, that first fight, Stipe weathered the storm, and Francis Ngannou, he's a knockout artist, but Stipe Miocic used his boxing skills. He happened to be a Golden Glove champion, I believe, before, and he was able to use his skills and be able to last all 5 rounds to go to beat Ngannou by decision. But Ngannou, he gave him some trouble, man. There was times where I was concerned, man, that I thought he was gonna get him knocked out like he did with Alistair Overeem. But it seems like Ngannou's cardio wasn't really that great. But I'd still like to see a rematch between those two. Now, second fight I'd like to see in this next year is the winner of that fight versus Jon Bones Jones. Now, Jon Jones has moved up to heavyweight, and I'd like to see him go against whoever the champion would be after that fight. Now, I recall DC saying that Bones was out of the conversation about who's the greatest. He felt that Jones wasn't qualified due to him being someone who had some substance abuse issues and all his antics, outside of the cage. But it's a fight I'd still like to see, and I'd like to see Jon Jones cement his legacy and turn things around regarding all this trouble that he's had outside the cage. It was really disappointing to see him get in and out of trouble. But that's the fight I'd like to see. Now, third fight I'd like for this next year would be, and I know Khabib promised his mom that he wouldn't fight again and wouldn't want him to go against his own word. But if he does change his mind, I'd like to see him go against GSP and find out who'd be the best between those two. Now, the only people that GSP has lost to is two Matts, Matt Hughes and Matt Serra. But other than that, only 2 losses. And Khabib, he's undefeated, and that's the second fight. No, that third fight I'd like to see. Next and last is not an MMA fight, but a boxing match. Maybe end up being an exhibition. But I'd like to see Mike Tyson go against Evander Holyfield for a third time. Mike Tyson is just coming off his a draw with Roy Jones Jr., and I think most of us would agree that Mike Tyson, being the aggressor, that he won, but it ended up being a draw. I'd like to see him go against Evander Holyfield again, see how much Evander Holyfield still has with his skills now compared to where Tyson is now. Because right now, Mike, he still could be a powerhouse, and I'd like to see that matchup. What fights would you like to see this upcoming next year? You could leave that in the comments. This is Bobby with the Bobby Experience, and have a happy, joyous, safe New Year.